Okay, Lions, today we're going to learn how to represent addition and subtraction using grid paper, addition and subtraction of fractions. So let's try. I'll do one and then we can do one together and then you'll do one for homework to bring to class. All right, so the one I'm going to do is 7/10 plus 1/2. Remember, when you have unlike denominators, you have to find the common denominator. And when you're looking at this, you can't see the common denominator is 10, I want you to set up a multiplication, multiples graph to help you. So you put 10, the two denominators over here, and then you write the multiples of 10, 20, 30, and you write the multiples of 2 until you see one that's common. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, they both have 10. So the common denominator is 10. So when I'm making my grid, I'm going to make grids that have 10 boxes in them. So I'm going to do a 2 by 5. And I'll do a 5 by 2. And then to represent 7/10, I'm going to put it in 10 parts. And then I'm going to shade in 7 of those parts. For the other representation of a half, I'm going to take this rectangle and split it in half, 2 parts, according to the denominator, and then I'm going to shade in 1 of the parts. The answer is in the shade. So all of the squares that are shaded is my answer. So I have 5 here, that's 10, and then 2 more is 12. So the answer is 12/10. But that's an improper fraction. Remember, an improper fraction is a fraction when the numerator is more than the denominator. That means I can take a whole out of this fraction. The whole of a fraction with a denominator of 10 is 10/10. So 12/10 is 10/10 plus 2/10. When I make it a whole, the answer is 1 2/10. Okay, so now I have a fraction where it's not in the simplest form. Because if I have 2 even numbers, I know that both of these numbers have a factor of 2. So what I'm going to do is divide it by 1, or divide it by 2 over 2, which is 1, because then I'll get the same answer. And I'll get 1 and 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. The answer is 1 1/5. Now let's do one together. Let's do 3/4 plus 2/3. When we represent it, we first have to find the common denominator. We have 4 and 3. If we don't know it's 12, I'm going to remind you, reflex math is your friend, but we're going to make a multiple chart, 4 and 3. The multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12. Multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12. And I can see that 12 is the common multiple. So my common denominator is 12. I'm going to make boxes that have 12 squares in them. I'm going to do a 4 by 3. And then I'll do a 3 by 4. It doesn't matter. As long as you have 12 squares inside, the area is 12, you have the right model. So first I'll represent 3/4. That means I have to split it into 4 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 4 equal parts, and it says I'm going to use 3 of those parts. So I'll shade in 3. 1, 2. That's 1. I'm sorry. This is 2. And this is 3. Okay, make sure you have that. Now, on 2/3, I have to separate it into 3 equal parts. And then I'm going to shade in 2 of those parts. So here's 1 and 2. When I count them, I have 3, 6, 9 plus 4 and 8. 9 and 8 is 17. So it's 17/12. Again, I have an improper fraction. I need to take out the whole, which is 12/12 plus 5/12. And so I have 1 and 5/12. I want you to try on your own to bring to class 3/4 plus 1/6. Thank you.